I would like to call the June 16th, 2022 call board meeting to order at 5:02 p.m. May I have a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
So moved, Madam Chair.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Gartrell, and we have a second from Mr. Smith. Is there any further discussion? All in favor? Okay, the vote is 4-0, and the agenda is approved. Do I need to say one? It's 4.
You could
Okay.
go ahead and do that. Announce that into the record.
All right, I will make note for the record that Mr. Green is out of town at this point. He plans to call in and participate in the meeting, but he hasn't at this point. At this time, I will make a motion to adjourn to executive session to discuss or deliberate upon the appointment, employment, compensation, hiring, disciplinary action or dismissal, or periodic evaluation or rating of a public officer or employee, or to interview applicants for the position of superintendent. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Gartrell has seconded the motion. Is there any further discussion? All in favor? Vote is 4-0. We are adjourned to executive session at 5:03 p.m. A motion was made by Steve Smith, seconded by Tommy Gartrell, to come out of executive session at 5:17 p.m. The vote was 4-0. No other action was taken. Do I hear a motion to approve the executive session minutes as presented?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Mr. Holland.
Second.
Do I hear a second? Mr. Gartrell, thank you. Is there any discussion? All in favor? The vote is 4-0. The motion passes unanimously. Thank you. All right, the next item on our agenda is the FY23 budget presentation, and I will turn the floor over to Ms. Smith.
Thank you, Madam Chair. As you see, we have the FY23 proposed tentative budget that will be on the 6 o'clock meeting for your approval. After 3 finance workshops, many hours of work in the background from all the departments and schools, we believe we have put together a budget that covers all the needs for next year for our students. There is an increase of a little over $2 million from the previous initial budget from last year, but I want to go through what those increases are because one is a little deceiving. As you recall, part of the ESSER grant allowed us to take our utilities and put them into one of the CARES ESSER grants. For next year, we need to bring those utilities back into general fund. So of our almost $2.1 million increase, $850,000 of that is for just power and gas for the entire system. So that is something we would normally have in our budget anyway. The other increases, we have an increased cost of approximately $155,000 for increased diesel costs for next year, and this is an estimate based on the information that we have gathered, what will be usage for next year. And then we added 4 new positions that the board has already approved and actually have put some of those in place already. And then the certified, non-certified, all 4 salary schedules that are on the agenda for approval tonight. It covers all the costs associated with those and any supplement increases also. Do y'all have any questions? And of course, most of that information has to do specifically with general fund, special revenue, all those are estimates for those federal grants. At this time, we do not have definitive numbers on most all of those grants at this time.
my understanding is as those firm numbers come through, we'll have
Yes, we will.
those amendments.
We will come to you with amendments. We will probably wait until we have several to bring you at one
Right.
time, so we do not have to constantly bother the board with that. No other questions?
All right. And the next item on the agenda is the public comment for the FY '23 budget. I don't see any faces unless we have one of our well-known faces that want to comment. All right. Is there anyone here who would like to comment on the FY '23 budget that's being presented? Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Mr. Smith made the motion, Mr. Gartrell is seconding the motion. Is there any further discussion? All in favor? The vote is 4-0. We are adjourned at 5:24 p.m. Thank you very much.